So, weed. What the fuck is it, right? Well, the deal with weed right now is that it is illegal, you know, federally. And then it's legal in some states. But the feds can always just come in and cut down the plants of the people who are growing it, or raid the dispensary. Or raid the dispensaries and just bust the dispensaries, and then you have no dispensary. So you get used to having a dispensary and like all this great weed. Woo, I'm in Colorado or wherever, Washington or Oregon. Once again, I'm not like, super, I really don't give too much of a fuck about the states that have legal weed because it's still illegal federally, and therefore it is still illegal. It's not, I'm not going to woo, weed's legal. It isn't. So, let's do this. 18 legal medical marijuana states and D.C. Colorado is New Amsterdam. Anyway, so if it's legal in some states, but it's still illegal federally. Why? Why is it even illegal? If it's legal in some states, why? Well, legal. There's all this like political garbage. Like if we decriminalize marijuana, then a lot of paper can be made from hemp locally, and then the logging people, the people who make all their money by cutting down trees, are going to go, hey, we're going to lose our money. Yeah, maybe some, but you can always adapt. We're not just in this fucking thing to make money. I want to make money. All right, but then X amount of people are going to suffer because you're making all this money. We got to decriminalize weed, and you just have to deal with it. It's like gay marriage. Oh, I don't like the idea of gay people being married. Well, deal with it. Because we've just evolved to a point where we understand, and I don't want to say we because I always understood this shit. I mean, let's see, maybe when I was like 6, and I didn't understand what gay was, really, I had a lot of friends, like 6, 7, there were a lot of guy friends I had who would try to secretly, they would, show me their dicks, Hey, man, check it out. And I'd be like, oh, man, I don't want to see that. But, once, there's gay doesn't equal, super friendly always. There are some gay people who, they expose themselves to me, and I'm like, great, right? But I understand that that's not all gay people. And the only thing is, I'm anti-marriage. I don't like the whole, marriage, and it's not always Christian, but, marriage is kind of like a weird, curse bonding ceremony with rings and, promises and people's ideas of, fidelity, get bent out of proportion, and then, people kill each other. Oh, you fucked my wife? I killed my wife and my brother because they were having sex in bed with... not guilty. All right, yeah, They shouldn't have been fucking in the first place. Well, they shouldn't have been married. These two people shouldn't have been married. But, anyway, if gay people want to go through that, yay, it's their right, They're, the hilarious thing is, if you watch enough movies, and good movies, and you do some sort of research, and maybe if you go into a big city and walk around, you'll understand that gay people are like people who enjoy country music. They're just people who like country music. Some people like rock, other people like R&B, some people like country. All those people can vote and get married. Some people want to kiss a dude, if they're a dude, some chicks want to kiss other chicks. This dude wants to get married to this dude. Who fucking cares? Right? So anyway, yeah, we're there. I live in Maryland. Maryland, marriage is legal. There's somebody playing the harp upstairs. It's not some sort of audio hallucination. But anyway, so, sorry about that. I was just looking at the laptop over here. Anyway, so like, marriage is legal in Maryland. Hey, we got a black president. Like, man, if I've said this before, but like, if somebody would have told me we would have a black president, back in like 1999, when it was like Bush, when it was Bush versus Gore, and then Bush versus Kerry, it was like black president. Haha, that'll be the day, right? Then some sort of mysterious thing happened after Bush won in 2004. It was basically me being fed up with the bullshit of white people and, religious weirdos controlling the universe. And I took it back, and now we have a black president. And what are we going to have next term? I'm betting either a woman or some sort of like Hispanic person, like Benjamin Bratt, He should be, or an Asian guy. You know what I'm saying? I think President Chow Yun-fat would be awesome. You know what I'm saying? Or President Chow. That's his last name. I know a lot of people are confused about Chow Yun-fat. It's this. He got popular before people understood that Chinese people put their surnames. Anyway, hold on. Surname. See, now I don't. It's like surname. Hold on. This is hilarious to me, by the way. If you didn't know already. Alright, surname is the family name. Alright, yeah, because I don't, it's like, I know like nom and prénom in French. I don't know. I do know. Anyway, but, the surname, anyway, Chow Yun-fat got popular before people understood that Chinese people put their surnames first. That's why we have Michelle Yeoh and then Chow Yun-fat. Because if Chow Yun-fat went by Yun-fat Chow, people would be like, who's that? So, but anyway, it would be President Chow. So, next up, Asian, maybe, or Latino, or a woman. White woman? Ah, no. I want a white woman president. She's just going to be like the other white people, Black woman? I'm thinking like, if we can't have a woman, and we can, let's see. It could be a white woman. I don't want to be racist, But like, it's hard to trust white people, Oh yeah, make everything illegal. All right, here's what it is. Marijuana. Weed. This, like beef, it's what's for dinner. Weed. It's magic. Alright? With an exclamation point. So, weed is magic. That's the secret. You smoke it, If you don't smoke enough of it, it just seems like some sort of weird thing that makes things weird, right? You have to like you have to smoke enough of it in a short enough time span for it to hit, right? You need it like if you have a bong, you just need to do like bong hit after bong hit until like you until you can feel an explosion building, and then just keep it going until it boosh, until it hits you, and then it's just like, oh shit. Then you know what weed does. Until you get to that point, you don't know anything. You might as well be like, sniffing like glue. I think it's getting me high. So, weed, it's magic. So, why is it illegal? Shouldn't we all just like rejoice and like, no, it's because there are like, religions and then like secret societies who have been smoking weed, and they wanna control it so that other people don't know what they know. Secret society, that's really like the government. Government's full of like Masons. Masons, Scientology. Scientologists, Satanists, religious things. They don't want people threatening their power, and so they make it illegal. And if you're getting high and you're like, wow, weed is so great, and they're like, get him, and then people are like, why are people? It's such a great thing, and that's where we are currently, with everyone else, right? So everyone out there who's reading High Times and getting high and like sneaking around like, oh man, weed is great, but it's illegal. Legalize it. They don't know what the fuck is. They don't know what to do in order to legalize it. You don't even like legalizing it is still no good, because then there's the regulation and like, oh, you can grow it in your own home, but only 6 plants. So. So we need it decriminalized so I can grow as much weed as I fucking want. Decriminalize it, right? And so there's the conspiracy where the government and it's basically anyway, it's basically hemp, threatens fuel, loggers, beer, liquor, tobacco, coffee. I feel like coffee and like chocolate, sweets. Those guys would want marijuana. So like, basically like, all these people who would be threatened by hemp being legalized, like sales of like the Star Trek Blu-ray discs would go up, as well as The Prisoner on Blu-ray. Sales have spiked. The Prisoner on Blu-ray has gone up. And also the Electric Company DVDs and the bootleg Batman DVDs from the '60s. Also like Cinnabon, skyrockets because marijuana is decriminalized. Meanwhile, tobacco goes down like 5%. People are still going to smoke cigarettes, and then also drink beer and liquor. It's not threatened. It's like, come on, it's a family. Have a nice ice cold beer. It's like the people who drink. I don't drink beer. Occasionally liquor, but not too often. Maybe like once in a blue moon. And then I don't smoke cigarettes, but I do use a blunt wrap. It's tobacco. I use blunt wraps, so I do still use tobacco, even though I smoke weed. So, fuel. Come on, those guys are like so rich, and it's retarded. Those people already need a fucking salary cap. So, weed. The big secret. It's magic. Wow, who doesn't know that? Lots of people All right, there are people who totally buy into the propaganda and don't smoke weed and they think it's a drug. It was like me before I got stoned. I mean, I wasn't like, down with weed. I was just like, I don't really feel any sort of need to do it. Because life was so great before I got to a point where, I figured out enough stuff for the fuckers, out there to use their mind powers to try and rope me in, but I destroyed all of them. They're still out there, they're just useless. Anyway, so the government and secret societies and religions want to keep it illegal because they don't want people, playing the weed game. Alright? The weed game is, they say, say no to drugs. Right? Drugs are bad. And, like, you can live your entire life without ever doing any drugs, they say. Right? I got to about 24 before I felt I needed to do drugs because the universe didn't make any sense without the, it didn't make any sense. Maybe the drugs will enlighten me, and they did. So they used to say no to drugs, but once you actually get high, get stoned that first time, you understand that weed is the magic ticket that takes you into the next level of human existence and understanding of the universe. And so these people don't want you to play because they think that they've already gotten to a point where they're the masters of the universe. Yeah, we control Jesus and we control, like, magic. You like Aleister Crowley in Book 4? We control that entire system, And really, you don't want a bunch of losers. Like, name one cool politician. Hey, really cool. Isn't it Obama? Name a politician who still openly smokes weed, and can dance. Anyway, but seriously, like, there's a reason I don't want to run for public office. I don't want to wear a suit and tie ever. And most of those people are losers currently. If we repopulate that, well, that is the people who don't agree with me. They can become instantly cool by doing what I say. I know that sounds harsh, but seriously, do what I say. We're at the breaking point. It doesn't seem like we're at the breaking point. Did you see Skyfall? Yes? Remember the ending? What? The black chick. She's Moneypenny. Uh-huh. They basically created a loop from Dr. No to Skyfall. After Skyfall, you can just watch Dr. No. There's Moneypenny. She's white, but, they changed, actors. And they're, pretty progressive. That is to say, just a moment. Anyway, but I guess I'm going to skip ahead to creative entropy. All right, I'm going to weed game. It should be decriminalized. How do we do that? I'm doing a webcomic that'll educate people as to, why it should be decriminalized. They need to understand. People need to understand fucking everything about it before they give it the okay like it's fucking tomatoes. So, I'm going to explain everything about it in the webcomic, but for now, it should be decriminalized. It's all about this. And here we go. All right. Another thing, along with marijuana being illegal, by the government making marijuana illegal, is what I call the fallacy of a finite existence. Now, a lot of people, once you start getting stoned and you start experimenting with marijuana, you'll understand that when people die, they don't just go away and rest in peace. They go somewhere else. Somewhere out there where you can feel them when you're stoned. Ooh, it's a secret. Oh, keep the secret, right? Everybody is all pressured to keep the secret. They don't. Why? Oh, we don't want to spoil the fun, right? Sorry, we're at the breaking point. Everyone must know, because I'm not gonna hide. I'm not gonna, shelter myself from the rest of the world who doesn't know. Oh, I know the secret, but I must keep it. No, no, no. It's like I'm out there every day, in everybody's fucking face, delivering pizza. I'm not, I don't wear a t-shirt that's like, you all, live on after you die in the dream world. But the big secret is, when you're dreaming, I say when you're in the dream world, and there are people, those people are formerly alive people. Ergo, when you die, if you die, that's a little bit more advanced, but if you die, it's just you're a dream world person. Mystery solved, right? That's a huge thing. Life after death. Yes. Definitely. Alright? It's not like maybe, but yes, definitely in the dream world. Those of us who have actually had lucid dreams or elaborate dreams where people are there and talking to us and existing and laughing and demonstrating they have minds and consciousnesses, we know it is definitely in the dream world. Definitely. But here's the thing. It's a fallacy of a finite existence. Why? Some people still keep the secret, or they will absolutely not accept this. No way. My dreams are a product of my subconscious. My unconscious, subconscious mind creates all of those environments and people. And I say to this, like your brain is some sort of like video game machine that creates the Grand Theft Auto City automatically. Like there's no fucking like motivating thing. Yes. Okay, these people might seem like idiots. Maybe some of them are. But you can use my logic to break them down to a point where they are obviously lying. Like they are liars. Saying they don't believe. I just don't believe it. No, it's definitely life after death. Yes, definitely in the dream world. I don't believe it. They think they have some sort of loophole where if they don't believe it, then they can just say that they're right. Wrong. What do we do about these people? Write them off. They have it to a point where they are just not gonna fucking budge. And they think they have us. They think they can just go, I don't believe it. Let's go see that movie. They think that they can like be among us and just like, live, they can just be like, oh, I like movies and music. And did you catch that last episode of Conan? Oh, what a card, right? Yeah. Conan is hilarious. I do enjoy his antics. But do you still think that your unconscious, subconscious brain has the fucking like you're not conscious, like do you think you can actually like your brain is not some sort, like if your brain is a computer, maybe you do have the memory of what Liberty City from the Grand Theft Auto 4 video game looks like in your, maybe you have that in your memory, All right, yeah, I remember, because I've driven down those streets, and I've lived in that apartment, and I know what the city looks like. I've played that game so much, I have the city memorized. That's great. But you're not actively generating and support and maintaining those environments in a physical space like it's a fucking 3D environment. Other people are doing that. Dead people. I don't believe it. That's the way it is, though. So, if you're in the dream world and you're in some sort of environment, you know, I've been in environments I've never actually been to. You know, I've been to like dream world exclusive environments. It is so obvious that my subconscious mind is not generating it. But these people who insist on not believing this stuff, which, you know, if you understand what I'm saying, it's obviously the way it is. Obviously. The way it is. Right? So, the fallacy of a finite existence is just some shit that people keep up because they think that there's some sort of prize. Like, if I like keep projecting the fallacy, then, you know, the secret society heads and religious people who don't want people to, you know, advance in the weed game will reward them with special powers in the dream world. That's it. So, you know, slaves to, I'll just say religious masters, you know? Or like secret society masters, you know. And basically, like, how do they control those people? It's called template characters. You know, Jesus. I liken Jesus to Ronald McDonald, but Jesus, Mary. And they're not like, you know, basic Jesus and Mary, like, you know, you read the Bible and you think of them as, hello, my son. They're really great people who are super hilarious now. You know, they've evolved their characters to be like Conan O'Brien or, you know, Sarah Silverman. You know, wow, they're so funny. It's you know, but even more so. So, I mean, they're template characters. I'll say template character gods, right? Or, you know, angels, saints, demons, fairies, nymphs, you know, whatever. Gnomes, nymphs, elves, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Sprites, all right? They're all just people utilizing template characters. It's like they're piloting Ronald McDonald. Hey, kids! Whoa, I've got some McNuggets here. You know, that's not really what those people are like. That's what Ronald McDonald is like. So you have template character pilots enchanting the liars, you know, template character pilots, you know, enchanting the liars, saying they don't believe in what is obviously the way it is. I'm here, though. See, this is the thing. Oh, that's interesting, Greg. Now I understand why I feel like I'm on The Truman Show. And everyone around me is like, ha ha ha! What do you know that I don't know? And I'm like, I don't know anything. Oh, I can't, you know what? Maybe when we die, it's going to be like we're in heaven. That's the right answer. I'll talk to you later. Great! No. My last video has me saying, let's get organized. Nobody contacted me. Why? Probably because they're scared. Because the template character pilots bleed over into people who aren't slaves to them and go, what are you doing? Join up. And then the people go, okay. But there is a breaking point. Because even if people who agree with me don't think that I can, you know, match the powers of the template character pilots, people have to understand this. I'm already beyond them. I'm already beyond them. And just this, the stuff of me going like disregard and anyway, that's these guys. I'm just brushing them away like they're fucking, I don't want to say like they're nothing, but like they're not even a gnat. More like a dandelion seed, you know. Anyway, you know, and then it goes over there. Oh, sure, they might just float back in, but I can always just brush them away. So, I'm God. All right? And all the religious masters and blah, 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 they're all out there going, we got to beat them somehow. Can't. And this is why. Right? And it's not, this is one of the reasons why. But one reason is enough. So, here it comes.